Alright, what's up? Got a fucking weird ass lighting situation here. Stand under here, look extra majestic. Almost wear like a hat. Perfect spot, you know. This is where we stand. If we do this, it looks like I'm in interrogation. But yeah, it's just a little bit of an update here. Obviously, everyone's heard the news, but this is not about that. It's just about music. And yes, I'm gonna mention it. Obviously, the fact that fucking Ozzy died, that's gonna happen. That's gonna have to be mentioned on the channel at some point. You know, what is fucking today or year from now? But the thing is, I feel like last year was a bit of a learning. This fucking thing moving around, it's making me fuck up here. It's gonna make me fucking crack up because it's fucking past 3 a.m. right now. I haven't slept in I fucking woke up. That's what I meant to say. At like 10 a.m. or something. Had my alarm. So I've been up fucking, over 12 hours or whatever, yeah? So, trying to say here is, obviously, I'm trying to be like, what the fuck am I saying here? Oh, man, I already feel like doing another cake. Take another cake. It's past 3 a.m., alright? So, you know what? As unprofessional as this is, I'm just gonna keep this rolling. So, I've got the most positive look in this when it comes to this whole situation, whole shitty fuck. Like, yeah, it's obviously a shitty situation, but I look at the most possible way. I think I even commented on my buddy's fucking video that basically any source will tell you the last few years of his life he was basically fucking suffering. It was Parkinson's disease and probably a whole bunch of other health diseases, like I imagine back pain and the typical stuff, but also some other bullshit that isn't as advertised. General stuff. But like I'm just saying, like I'm looking at it the most positive way possible. It's like one fucking almost good for him because at least he's not fucking suffering anymore. Because let's be fucking fair, the last few years have been fucking horrible for him. I can't imagine. I wouldn't want to live like that. I mean, if you look at the show, he can't even. He has to sit down just to get through it. On both sets. I mean, there were some clips where it might have looked like he was trying to stand up. Went right back down in the chair. But yeah, so you can't blame him, and he fucking killed it as well on the fucking performance. So, I mean, what more can you really fucking ask for? I mean, and well, that's not a positive. There's three things that look positive. He did the best thing he could have fucking possibly done before he went to fucking pass on. And that's the show, man. The last Ozzy and Black Sabbath show. Only this time it actually was the last show. Not like before, because I know they have had farewell. I've heard that some people joking around like, oh, it's the farewell tour, and then they do another one 5 years later. But yeah, I know a lot of bands tend to do that until they eventually have this happen. Then the last farewell tour turns into the real one. But yeah, I don't think it would have been like that if it wasn't because he had problems. That's essentially why the whole farewell tour stuff happens, because you're like, well, shit, I kind of want to quit while I'm ahead, while I'm still alive. And that's what it is. And I'm glad it did, because that sealed the official, sealed approval that it's over right here, And I'm glad it ended the way it did, because that show performance, even with Black Sabbath, like the thing is, you might be looking at the Black Sabbath performance and be like, oh, the drummer's a little sloppy, and the guys are not as tight as they used. But it's like that's kind of, to me, that's kind of like the fucking, that's like the metal spirit, like that. Like if I stand right here, you might even see me a little better. But like, to me, that's heavy metal. Like it shouldn't be. It should be like, that's what heavy metal should sound like to me. Like I don't get the whole like it has to be perfect thing. Like, of course, I love tech death when it's done right, but it's not the bog standard. It doesn't have, for me, tech death doesn't have the heavy metal spirit. For me, deathcore doesn't have the heavy metal spirit. And I've seen there's exceptions to the rule. For example, Obscura, they have the metal spirit in some of their albums, some of their songs. Not all of them, because some of them do get fucking technical, like too technical to have the spirit, in my opinion. But what it means to have this heavy metal spirit is that's you go listen to Okay, here's a fucking prime example of what it means to have the heavy metal spirit. Go listen to the early fucking Deep Purple and early Led Zeppelin. If I was gonna write a fucking metal Bible, that's where I would fucking start. And the reason why is because those were the first bands to have the spirit. Now, then, of course, pretty much dead on, 1970, I mean, you got that first few singles, and I think one of them was in February of 1970, like literally starting off the year with a fucking Sabbath single. That they didn't release that one as a single, but the song Black Sabbath, that's the birth of multiple genres right there. It's not just heavy metal, it's also doom metal. And if you really want to be fucking analytical and really poetic about this, fucking death metal, I mean, you take that riff, if you put that song, take that song, put some growling over it, you know what you have? Fucking Autopsy. That's what Autopsy is. They're just a death metal Black Sabbath, essentially. And that song alone is kind of like what Autopsy does, but in a more death metal context. And yeah, I mean, you go listen to Mental Funeral and you'll hear that. You'd be like, yeah, I can see it. You know, that it has that typical evil sound, but they did it right. They did it right, you know, because they did it first. Not that they did the first, like, evil sound, and I forget what the fuck is it called. I don't give a shit because it's a scale, and I don't give a shit because I play music, not fucking science. You know, they were the first to really do it in the metal context, because that's for me what happens with Sabbath. Sabbath, that's when you get the sound and the spirit at the same time. Like Black Sabbath song, that is 100%. That's when you reach 100% heavy metal, in my opinion, at least. That's the 100% metal. Like there's nothing about that song. I mean, it even has fucking blast beats. If you don't believe me, fucking listen closely at the end. That's those. That's hammer blasting right there. And he did the same thing live on War Pigs, the Bill fucking Maniac Ward. He did the same fucking hammer blast on War Pigs in the live show, the iconic one. Fucking literally from the 70s. And yeah, I mean, they had it all. They had everything you needed essentially on the debut, because they basically ticked every box in the first song, and then they said, well, let's do a little rock and roll here with the Wizard, because the Wizard sounds a lot like Blue Oyster Cult's song. Something with rock and roll. I forget what it's called. City. I forget. It's some Blue Oyster Cult song that sounds just like almost. I don't know which one came first, but I want to look into that. I think it might be Blue Oyster. But I know a song. I can't remember that fucking song name for some reason. I'm drawing a fucking blank over here. Like I did before, because I was talking to my friend about this, saying this whole thing about shebang, about the fact that, you know how easy this problem is to solve? Like that. Now you actually see me. Yeah, it's a fucking wonder where the fuck I'm going. So, there we go. Now you can fucking see me. Crazy I didn't fucking think of that. Have another lamp on the roof. This brain don't work sometimes good. But yeah, so where did I leave off in this goddamn video essay, essentially? So we were going to talk about music. We weren't even going to talk about this, but I get talking, and then suddenly I'm talking about it, because I said this. I was talking about how I was saying this to my friend, and I drew a fucking blank on Deep Purple, because they are definitely part of that early heavy metal spirit, like which bands did it first. And some might argue Cream, fucking Rolling Stones, but that's just really like, and I have to specify this: hard, rock and roll, not hard rock. Hard, rock and roll. Just hard hitting rock and roll, really. It's not that the heavy metal spirit in the sense of the attitude with the music when you're playing. That's what Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple had. They had the metal spirit early on, and some Deep Purple songs are straight up heavy metal. Highway Star, a bunch of songs that I forget right now because I'm drawing a fucking blank. Burn is a. I don't care if you think the fucking clean singing's gay. That's a heavy metal fucking song. It's got the fucking upbeat fucking drums that are hard hitting. It's got that bitchin' riff. That's fucking heavy metal. There's no arguing. There's not a fucking argument to be had. It's fucking heavy metal. I mean, it's not rocket appliances. Sure fucking isn't. So that's just that simple, really. But yeah, and then, talking about Black Sabbath going into Autopsy and all that, influencing death metal eventually. Like, his Autopsy can say all of the fucking want. Oh yeah, we were influenced by Nihilist demos, bro. Yeah, but a lot of that fucking sound comes from fucking Black Sabbath, that doomy, fucking gloomy. Because where the fuck do you think the Nihilist got that fucking idea from if we were talking like that, And the only thing I'm basing this off of this fucking asshole. Just kidding, he's a fucking hoot and a holler to hang around. I haven't seen him stream in a while, but he's got a little newspaper here for like the local shop. It's not a good deal on a fucking site because everything's fucking expensive now. But yeah, basically that's the main point here, really, to take away that I look at this positively, and the whole thing, like, he did everything he needed to do, essentially, in my opinion. He had a start, he had a middle, with all the ups and downs. I mean, again, 76 is insane for the amount. Like, people say, like, oh yeah, but he had a higher tolerance, but like, still, like, the amount of drugs he did, that's the reason why he had fucking health problems in the first place. And not to mention he's got physical injuries in the past too that were pretty fucking rad. I mean, insane, not rad as in cool. Rad as in fucking, awful. That's not the correct way of using it, but that's the way I'm using it today. So, if you don't like the way I use the word, then you're probably a little bit offended. And I have really fucking bad news for you then. So I'm going to say a lot of things that might offend you on this channel. I say a whole lot worse things than that. So, basically, I'm just like, I'm not sitting here like all Debbie Downer, essentially, like, oh man, I can't believe this happened. I'm like, all right, this is time to get to work. It's time to get to fucking work. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like what am I gonna do? I'm gonna actually do a proper fucking guitar song. A guitar song now, wow. There's gonna be guitar in it. Oh wow. Never could have guessed that one, huh? Really fucking brilliant explanation there, Kim. You might want to actually like say what the fuck you're doing. Right. So, what the fuck I'm doing is two things. I think I'm gonna do it in the correct order in which the ideas are placed. So first is a cover that I've been having in the works for over a month. Because in the middle of recording a fucking bitchin' ass fucking like it was good when I was doing it. Like, I mean, like, usually I don't get impressed while I'm playing unless it's like once in a blue moon, because it does happen every once in a while when I'm like, what the fuck did I just play? Like right after playing it. But a lot of the time it's when listening back, right? Or listening in the future. It's like listening back in, like, when I put out the album like a month later or whatever from recording the song, and I'm like, what the fuck, I played that? Like that. But this time it's like, while I was playing, I was like, what the fuck, how am I, what is happening? My hands are like doing everything right now. Like everything right. And then middle of the fucking solo, hitting a good bend, fucking string snaps. And you know what fucking string snap? Not even the fucking high E, not even the B, not the G string, the fucking, one of the thicker strings, the fucking D string. I got dicked over as that fucking string to me. D string were like fucking dick string. I fucking, of all strings, you'd think it was the E string. Because I think I was actually doing a whammy pull. Yeah, I might have been doing that actually. Because that's going to be in there for sure. I mean, it's a fucking Suicide Grind song. What the fuck do you expect? But it's a cover. The first one I'm doing is a cover. It's also a tribute in a way as well. To it's that one's harder to explain. I won't explain it in this video. But it's unrelated to anything. It's a tribute of a song that's it's a blackened death metal cover of a song that's originally Stop Pop. Actually, even, but the chord progression is so good that it actually transposes super well, and it's funny because the original I think is actually like in C sharp or whatever, something like that, and then mine is in C standard, so I tune it down half a step. I think that's the way I feel about it in my head, and because I remember something like that, like it being like one step down. From when I was playing around on the fretboard and playing to the song, because in my head I sung it on my guitar in that tuning, and then I went to listen to the song. I was like, wait, shit, this is only one step higher, so it was a little flat. But that's because I'm in C standard. I'm trying to play in C standard. I'm not gonna play something C sharp and C. That's that would be having a lot of semi-gayity to deal with. So I'm not gonna have that. But it's an unusual song for me to cover. It's not like I haven't covered. It's not that I haven't covered unusual songs for metal before. Like for example, I covered a anime opening. I forget which one it is. That would was it an opening or an ending? It was the ending, I think. Yeah, the ending. Because they have. It's an outro, basically, to a show, right? An outro song. Because they have animes, they tend to have both an intro and an outro song. Sometimes the outro is better, sometimes the intro is better. Oh boy. Here's the lactose intolerance kicking in. Yeah, so I did the ending, and I remember it very vividly being like a more melodic type of thing, and it's kind of like very soft, the original song. And then I added this, transpose it to distorted guitars. You know, I add all the bullshit, basically, that I had. And you have a Suicide Grind song version of it. And it's like different the way I do it, because when I transpose it into distorted guitar, I also throw in a little bit of my own shit in there. Because I tend to add a guitar solo, you know, have a little bit of my own style. For example, like the easiest way of telling is by listening to my Motley Crue cover. I forget what it's called. Drawing a blank on that one. It's not Wild Side, but it's another wild one. It's one of the early songs from Motley Crue. I'm drawing a fucking bigger blank than a motherfucker right now. So, that's great. But my Motley Crue, you can just search Suicide Grind Motley Crue. I'm sure it'll come up right now. You might get an old video, but you're probably going to find the actual fucking cover as well, unless you're blind and stupid. So, that one is like easy to tell, because I did try to keep everything to the original, but then the ending doesn't have anything, you know? Obviously I also do growling and screaming vocals, but the ending doesn't have a solo. It kind of just has like it just has like a lead melody, but that's not a guitar solo. And I incorporated that lead melody into an improvised Suicide Grind guitar solo in a way that actually I think that could have been like part of it, man. It could have easily, because the way I played it, and if you tune it back up to Motley Crue tuning, because I'm in C standard, once again, reminder to everybody so you know what the fuck you're listening to. you get a pretty fucking fitting solo. I'm pretty sure because I did a lot of pentatonic stuff, keeping it old school essentially. Because I tend to do a bunch of fancy, beautiful licks now in my songs. I mean, you listen to Corpse Rex guitar solo. At first, it starts out like, oh, this is just another crazy Trey Asymptote fucking Morbid Angel influenced guitar solo, and then all of a sudden the fucking bend hits and it's like the most melodic guitar solo fucking ever. You're like, what the fuck? What isn't it just fucking death metal a second ago? Now some fucking twinker shit, fucking Dancing with Another Man, fucking guitar solo, fucking all emotional and shit. Obviously, I'm fucking around. I think that's one of my greatest solos ever recorded. Because that was one of my most melodic guitar solos ever, as well. It's not fucking the most. There's probably one or two that would beat it, but aside from that is the cake. As far as death metal goes, that might be the most melodic death metal guitar solo I did in a death metal song. It's not exactly melodic death metal. It's quite straight up. Just that it has that melodic part in the middle, influenced by fucking Dying Fetus actually. But when you listen to it, it's more gonna sound like fucking some Steve Vai melody bullshit. That kind of shit. And not saying it sounds like fucking Steve Vai, of course. It sounds like fucking me. It's my style I'm playing right there. And we're proud of that one. It's fucking, And then basically that's it for that one. Then I will do a proper tribute to Prince of Darkness, and it's getting fucking bright, so I should probably hit bed. I just wanted to say that I've got things in the pipeline. It's just that I think I've stripped a screw on the fucking guitar last time I fucking tightened it. That's why I'm a little reluctant to actually fix it and try to restring it, because next thing you know, I have the strings on, have it all tuned up. Go to put the fucking screws on. Oh, doesn't screw all the way down. You know what that means on a Floyd Rose? You do a little whammy, doesn't stay in tune. So, that'll be a fucking disaster. But I think I have other measures where brute force might fix it, because, believe it or not, if you can't fit it inside, you can fit it around with a fucking, one of those grabby fucking things. I don't have one on standby, but I forget what they call it. I know they call it tong. Tong, 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 tong. Sounds like a fucking sound effect here. But yeah, that's what they're called in Swedish. It's got a clamping feature, but you do it manually. Fucking drawing a blank on tools right now. I know a hammer. That's about it. What the fuck are they called again? I know what they're called. It's quite crazy. I'm going to shut this off and immediately be like, that's what they're called. But I'm assuming everyone with a fucking third of a brain knows what I'm talking about. I need some fucking milk. Oh, yeah. Fucking cold deliciousness. Actually, right now I'm taking care of Kit Kat, and all the Coca-Cola, all the sodas, all the energy drinks, left them in their fridge intentionally. Because you know what would happen? I'll be fucking drinking the shit out of that right now. You know what happens? You have fucking caffeine, wake right the fuck up. So try not to do that, because I always drink the full sugar fucking drinks. I don't fucking like zero drinks unless it's Monster Energy, because they're the only ones that know how to fucking actually make it taste good. Because they have a fucking acid fucking reflux taste and formula that is just brilliant for the mouth and works really fucking well. But yeah, so I will do a proper fucking Aussie tribute. I've got some shit going. I've been jamming around a little bit and stuff that I might transpose down the C from my E standard guitar that I've been playing a little bit, because I've been playing some like kind of bluesy Black Sabbath riffs. But I know for sure that it's either going to go something thrash or death metal, sort of in that region, and I mean older death metal, of course. I don't mean fucking full on cannibal corpse. I mean like more in the possessed region, but more like, you know, maybe a little bluesy, you know, because like I'm thinking like the only thing I know for sure is that I have to have a reference to the Black Sabbath riff in the song at some point, and I'm thinking that's gonna be the intro as it were in the original, and it's just gonna be like the normal shit, and then it's gonna go into notes. I mean chords. It starts with the notes, and then it goes to chords, and it's just gonna sound fucking huge on the C guitar, and then I'll do all my own riffs after, because you know I'm trying to be original, you know, so it's just that I want to have a reference to the fucking original, but then the rest is just, you know, my own little brain working itself working overtime every time I fucking try to write fucking shit. That's for damn sure. You just know this brain's working overtime anytime it's trying to write a song. You just know it. Because that's the way it goes. Because this brain gotta think a lot. And this brain don't like thinking. The fuck? I'm starting to realize that I've been up a little long here. You know, I kind of said that earlier. In fact, I can see right now it's past half. It's like 3:30, but then 1:30. The fuck? It's 3:35 a.m. Yeah, that is actually correct. That's crazy. Because I'm standing here for fucking 27 minutes talking. It's like I'm chatting with someone right now. Like I usually stand this long. The only reason I would stand up this long and talk with someone is fucking I'm at a show, fucking chatting. Feels like I'm just standing here fucking being dickhole. Fucking dickhead over here. Jackass. Oh, this one's got max 16 volts. Okay. Volts? You don't spell that with a W last I checked. Watts, actually. Maximum of 16 watts. Well, how about 16 gigawatts? Obviously, that's a fucking pretty obvious reference. Obviously, it's not the correct number, but you know, it's not meant to be. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that's a little crooked up there. I mean, I might fix that right now. If I do that, it's gonna be super loud. I thought I saw fucking flashing lights over there, but it was just a fucking street light. Oh yeah. Well, it looks a little better. It's not the fucking best. Just some shit wasn't aligned. Right, so what else really do I say? Because I already got a point across that I'm doing a fucking tribute, and I got the point across about the fucking cover. Yeah. I need to sleep. But I also need to wait for this one to be uploaded. Or I can just let it upload and fucking at the bit. But I tend to like to change the thumbnail. But yeah, we're gonna head into the Black, Fade to Black by Metallica, and yeah, I think that's it for this one. I mean, if you enjoyed any of this, you might be a fucking psycho, but if you did enjoy any of this, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's been Suicide Grind telling you about life, the updates of the shit, and what's going on, what's gonna happen. You know, the album's done out everywhere on the fucking label, CD, Bandcamp, Torturous Desire. And then you just gotta fucking smash it in your player. And I mean smash it in, really. Like, you should smash it so hard your fucking player base, because it's not gonna be able to handle the fucking brutality and grotesque insanity anyway. Fucking, especially that grindcore song. Oh my god, it's gonna fucking break your fucking players, all fucking 6 of them. Because I just know you have more than one. And they can't be free. So it has to be 6, because, you know, when you, if you really think about it, having 6 of anything just means that you're one step away from having 666 in your house. So yeah, the devil, and the devil says that it's time to fucking go to sleep. So I'm gonna do that and shut the fuck up. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying in it there, sure. But hey, this is the beauty of actually doing a raw video like this at 3:38 a.m. You can see the fucking real person. You see what the fuck when there's not the greatest brain moments happening all the time. This fucking random ass fucking rambling and the reaction to that rambling. Well, yeah, that's it. It's my 31 fucking goddamn talking for all day this goddamn bullshit.